Hey Ruthie, how's it going today?
Hey friend, how are you?
Oh girl, I am sweating.
You look busy.
I am dying of heat right now in my garage. But
Oh my goodness.
other than that, I'm okay. So y'all can probably see my face
Uh-huh.
looks very shiny with
How was the weekend?
huh?
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Saturday, I think we just, got some things done around the house.
Mhm.
But Sunday, I actually did an impromptu concert. Went to see Beyonce with
Oh.
my little ones. So yeah, so that was really cool. I mean, it was very impromptu. It was like
Uh-huh.
we were basically in the car and like, okay, let's get these tickets.
Oh, literally.
And like I had looked earlier and stuff, but I was like trying to buy them as we were,
Hmm.
driving
Right.
to go. I was like, okay, let me hurry up and try to get these now. But they were like much cheaper, much
Oh,
cheaper.
uh-huh. That's the
Last
secret, huh?
minute. That's the
Mm-hmm.
secret. Last minute, it was awesome. We got a shout out Mac because he dropped us off, picked us
Mm-hmm.
up. I mean, it was like a breeze getting in and out because we didn't have to wait, in line. We didn't have to, go through the
Mm-hmm.
parking lot or
That's
anything.
nice.
So, yeah, so I just wanted to, I wanted my baby's first concert experience to be a good concert,
Right.
um, with somebody iconic. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, so we went. I'm not 100% sure, what she thought of it because
Uh-huh.
she's not a beehive. She's not in the beehive. I'm not
Uh-huh.
technically in the beehive
I'm
either,
not.
but
I'm not in the beehive.
yeah, I'm technically not in the beehive, but it was a good
Yeah.
experience. So
Mhm.
yeah, so Mac and I were talking last night, so I got to see Taylor Swift last summer around this time too, I think.
Mhm.
And then Beyonce. So I was like, yeah, I got to see the two
Okay.
biggest tickets. My Taylor Swift, that those tickets were expensive and I actually got to
Uh-huh.
go for free. So I had a hookup. So yeah. Yep. How was your weekend? What did
That's
you all
all.
do?
It was nice. It was relaxing. John and I we drove to Alabama. His mom came down from Maryland to Alabama to see her mom, so we went to visit his grandmother and just spent the weekend with his family. We didn't do much. Like it was real relaxing, just around the house. His aunt lives like in the backwoods.
Oh
Very
wow.
nice, but it's like
Yeah.
very like
Secluded.
secluded, relaxing, very nice. We had a nice time.
Oh, good, good. So
Hmm.
we both had some things going on this weekend.
Yep. And it was our first road trip in a long time without the kids, because the kids they're
Oh
still
yeah.
at Granny's
Yeah,
at my
that's
mom's
right.
house. Hmm.
Oh,
So
so that was like
yeah,
a little getaway too for y'all.
yeah, a little mini getaway.
That's awesome, awesome,
Hmm.
awesome. Well, I'm gonna say, let's hop into this tagging because I'm gonna
Yeah, we
like
don't want you to
keel
pass
over
out in
right
the
here.
garage.
And I have my garage open, so that means that any of my neighbors could come in at any moment, like, 'cause they see me in here, so they might, just stop by. So, it was raining and it
Uh-huh.
just stopped raining, so hopefully, that will keep them. I have awesome neighbors, but that will keep
Hmm.
anybody from coming across the street or next door while we're filming. So
Oh
any
yeah.
other time they can come over, but
Got it.
anyhow, I swore that I was not going to do this from my garage, but because it's
It's large
raining
items.
and it's large items, this is
Mhm.
the addition of like we I guess we watch, but we don't judge. You know how they
Right.
say we listen, we don't
When
judge.
I flip
We
my
watch.
camera, I'm gonna say the same thing. Do not judge.
Yes, yes, yes. So anyhow, do you want to start? You want me to start?
You since you have the baby items, you can start with that, and then
Okay.
I have like a few, like a large toy and situation. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to flip my camera. All right. So the first thing I have, this isn't a baby item, but it is a toddler item, is one of these trikes. with the trikes, you just want to make sure that you wipe them down, that it's not all dirty and nasty. But you can sell bicycles, trikes, all the way up to 10-speed bikes. But with this, I would just put a hang. Oh, speaking of, I would do a yellow tag. I meant to bring some extra yellow tags out here to show, but I would put a yellow tag on this and price it, accordingly, price it to move. Let me just move over here real quick and show you what a yellow tag looks like. And so this is a yellow tag. Um, these tags, we have them at the sale. Ruthie, you guys also
Mhm.
have them at the
Yes.
sale, right?
Yes, we do yellow tags. We actually have a yellow tag station when you get to drop off. So if you don't have any, then you can definitely use or grab some from our tag station.
Yeah. And yellow tags are used for items that are bigger, that are difficult to carry.
Right.
So, what do you usually say, Ruthie? If it's
Yeah, if a pregnant lady couldn't haul it around while she continues shopping, you want to put a yellow tag on it.
put a yellow
So
tag on
that
it.
way the shopper they can just take off the bottom half and then just carry that around until they get to the cashier.
Yeah.
hmm
So we also have them available when you check in to use. You can also print them out from online. They don't have to necessarily be on yellow paper. They can be on white paper for us. Ruthie, is it the same for
Yeah.
you guys?
Same
Yeah.
for us.
So you can print those out and do them at home if you want. But if you don't do it at home, we do have them at the event for you. So I'm just going to flip it around again and show you on that yellow tag. On the yellow tag, you're gonna take your actual price tag. Can y'all see
Mhm.
that? Let me get
Yep.
closer. Okay. And you cut the top of your price tag right where it has that. There we go. Right where it has the safety pin, you cut it and put it at the top where it says take bottom. Okay. And you just staple it there or tape it there, and then you put the bottom part here where it says take this
hmm
to claim item. So that's how you do that. Okay. But yeah, I would put a yellow tag on this little trike here. Um, Make sure, like I said, clean it off. If there is something, let me turn this back around. If it's supposed to make noise and it doesn't, it can still be sold. So just make sure you note that on the tag that the sound does not work, so that it's not misleading to the shopper. Okay. You want me to keep going?
I can do I have a stroller, so I can do that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I forgot I had a stroller. Okay, let's see again. Remember, we're not judging. Okay, so I have this stroller here. Let me close the door. Um, all right. So I have this stroller here, and you want to put the yellow tag just somewhere. I usually put it on the strollers. I usually put it somewhere like around the handle, just somewhere where it can be seen. Or if you can get it around this part where it can kind of hang in the front so that the customer can see it. Um, Again, you want to make sure that the item is clean and it's ready to be sold. Definitely want to price to sell, like Fran said, you want to price it to move. Make sure it has the pieces. Like this is actually missing. There's a little snap-on cup holder. So I will price it to reflect that. But
Mhm.
it still has like the main part, like this is will be a main thing, like the netting to hold, some items there. Um, so yeah, it still functions perfectly without that cup holder. So you just want to note that, and then also again price it so that it still moves.
Okay. Yep. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, we're gonna continue that baby train rolling.
Mhm.
All right. So here I have a car seat base. You can sell car seat bases by themselves. They will need a waiver.
Mhm.
So here is a car seat waiver. You can find those on in the consigner group.
Mhm.
You can find it in the seller's guide. So that you have to have that. If for some reason you don't have one, that's okay. We have them at the sale for you to fill out as well, but we cannot sell car seats or car seat bases without these
Mhm.
waivers. And also, we don't have any cribs to show, but a crib would also need a crib waiver.
Yes. Mhm.
So those are also, like I said, on the website, on the consignor page, and in the seller's guide. So make sure that your car seats and your bases are still have at least 1 year of life left to them. So you can
Mhm.
check the expiration dates. Let me see if I can find it on here easily. I want to flip this around. And okay, it has it's kind of tricky with this phone. Can you see the date,
Yeah,
Ruthie?
we can see it, but it's backwards. But yeah, we can
Okay.
see.
Okay. So you want to make sure check that date. Make sure it's 10. So it says manufactured in June 2023, June 5th, 2023. So make sure that whatever that manufactured date is or expiration date, you have at least a year left on it.
Mhm.
Okay. So again, so for a car seat, I would tag it and make sure that you wash this one. So I'll be turn it around. I'm going to be 100% transparent. These items have not been tagged. I have one that's like tag, but for the most part, these have not been tagged yet. So they are still waiting to get a good scrub down. So if you see it and it's not looking like it's in the best condition, it's because it has not had a scrub
It's
down
not
yet.
ready. Uh-huh.
But it will be, cleaned out in time for
Mhm.
the sale.
Mhm.
So make sure that I'll flip it around again. All right, so make sure these straps are clean. Make sure you can see in this one it has like a few, some little dirt spots. Cup holder needs to be cleaned out. So make sure you get all that cleaned out. We can't sell it if it comes with food and all of that
Mhm.
in there, or if it's dirty looking. We can't sell that. So make sure you clean that out. Make sure you get a waiver once you're at the sale or bring it already completed and we'll take care of it. And then, right here would be a good spot to put a safety pin with the tag. And then, again, this would be considered a big item. So you can do the yellow tag on there and then we'll get the car seat waiver clipped
Mhm.
on. Okay. So you want me to keep going or you want to go ahead and show
Yeah.
one of you?
You have any more baby items? Because I'm moving
Yeah.
to a toy, a large
Okay.
toy.
I still have baby items.
Okay, you can go on with your baby items, and then we'll switch to the toys.
Okay. So here we have a bassinet, and guys, make sure you check with all of your big items, especially
Mhm.
car seats, bassinets, cribs, swings. Check to see if they have recalls. You can do that easily at safety.jbfsale.com to see if there's a recall. So
Mhm.
um, this bassinet, I'm going to take everything off and clean it up real good, but this can be sold as long as it doesn't have any recalls on it. And so for a bassinet like this, I would probably just pin it somewhere on the fabric with the yellow tag, and that make it easy. I could also put it here, but this thing unsnaps, so that's the only reason I might not
Mhm.
put it
Mhm.
there. But yeah, so this is something that you can just pin it to. You don't necessarily have to have like a zip tie or string or whatever. I love safety pins, so you can use that. And then I'm gonna move on to the swing here. So on the swings are a hot selling item. Let me tell you. So
Oh
if you have
yeah.
a swing, high chairs for us, we never have enough high chairs, and we never have enough boys clothing, 5T and up. So just a little tip, if you have those things, bring them, because they will sell. So with this swing here, you're gonna make sure that everything works on it, so that the mobile, the sound, the lights, all of that work. If something does not work, you want to indicate that. Um, but it has to be something that doesn't interfere with the main function. So if it doesn't swing, then you can't sell it because that's
Yes,
the main
sir.
function. So if it, maybe if you're it doesn't have these little pieces, maybe that's something that still can sell, as long as it rocks. But the price would definitely need to reflect that. You want to make sure that you have all the little pieces, the things that plug in. If it plugs in, you want to have that, and you can put it in a Ziploc bag and attach it to the strap. That's how this one is attached to the strap, and you have the yellow tag there. Also, you want to make sure that if it's something that has batteries, that uses batteries, you want to make sure your batteries are working, that they have a little life left to them, and that your item works. If you don't have batteries, we have to put them in there, then we'll charge for that. So, and we don't want to have you incurring extra expenses. We know you're trying to make money, so make sure those batteries work, and that way the shoppers can know that the item works.
For
All right,
sure.
that is all I have, and I'm going to take a break to to cool down.
All right, go ahead and get your break. I'll take over.
Okay.
All right, so I have a large toy, and this is actually a large riding horse. It doesn't have wheels or anything, but it will still definitely need a yellow tag. It does make sound. So before I put this on the floor, I'm gonna make sure that the batteries are still good. It still makes the sound that it's supposed to make, that I know, that part still works. So as far as the yellow tag, I would just put it somewhere right here on the side railing. Can't get my camera together here. Somewhere on the side railing. And then there are a bag of carrots that comes with it. So I would just put that like in a Ziploc bag. And it also has a little comb. So you can comb its hair, its mane here. And so I'll just put all those items in a Ziploc bag, and then also zip tie that somewhere to either the side or maybe on the handlebars here. So yeah, definitely a yellow tag for that. And then, like Fran said, you want to make sure that you have batteries if it works and it takes batteries. Definitely make sure that you supply the batteries, because if we have to do it, then fortunately we'll have to charge a fee for that, and we don't want to have to charge you. So just make sure it has
Mhm.
batteries. And then the other piece that I have, this is a kid's table. You can see I have my magic eraser, so I'm just making sure that I go back and get up all the crayon markings for my little ones who mess up everything. But I'm gonna get it ready for sale. It actually has two chairs that comes with it. So when I make my tag for this, I will definitely make sure that I put, it's a table plus two chairs. And Fran, I don't know how you suggest consigners do this, but at my sale I've seen people, they'll just put a quantity of three on the tag so that it'll print the
Mhm.
same thing, but then I think that makes it a different item. So what I usually suggest is just if you can like zip tie the two together, or just make sure you note it somewhere on the tag that it does come with two chairs.
Yeah, I've seen that also, with the quantity. I would put it on the tag, table, green, neon green table with
Mm-hmm.
2 hot pink chairs, and then zip tie them all together.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's what I usually suggest. But I've seen it both ways. Either
Yeah.
works, just as long as the shopper knows that it's the table plus the two chairs.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all the large items that I have. Do you have anything else?
I have some more stuff in here, but I cannot turn this camera around.
Yeah, I have plenty in the garage. We can't really get to it right now, so I definitely have plenty, but that's all that I have for today.
Yeah. So I think the main thing is just to know that if it's like Ruthie said, if it's larger than something that a pregnant person could carry, carry around with them, then it's going to require a yellow tag. And so you can get those yellow tags online, and they don't have to be printed in yellow. They can be printed in white or whatever color. Um, Preferably white or yellow, but
Mhm.
they can be printed at home. And if you can't print it at home or don't want to print it at home, you can print it. We have some that are printed and
Mhm.
available to you at the event. And then, secondly, that you will need a car seat waiver or a crib
Mhm. Sure
waiver
will. Mhm.
if you're selling car seats, car seat bases, or cribs. You don't need a waiver for a pack and play or a bassinet,
Mhm.
only for a crib.
The crib.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, so you can get those waivers on our websites, consignor groups, seller guide. So those are all places where you can find those. We will also have some of those
Mhm.
at the event, but it just makes, if you have those things done, then it makes it
Your drop
um,
off a little easier.
yeah,
Mhm.
a little
Yeah.
easier, a little faster. So I think, yeah. Anything else, Ruthie?
Mhm. I think we've touched on everything.
Okay, and I made it without passing out.
You made it.
Woohoo! All right. Well, if y'all have any questions, definitely drop those in.
Yeah, drop a comment. We'll get it answered. Somebody will answer you.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
And then let's do not a challenge, giveaway.
A giveaway. All right, let's do it.
Okay. If
So
mhm.
go ahead.
Okay. Are you, it's two-part question. Are you selling a big item? Yes or no? And what big item are um you hope sells? You're ready to
Hmm.
get rid of it. You're
Yep.
tired of looking at it, tired of taking space in the garage. What are you ready to get
Mhm.
rid of? So you can
Yep.
put
Put in the comments.
in the comments. We want to give away some winners, some prizes. So
Hmm.
y'all make sure you put those things in there. And then also, both of us have tagging challenges going on right now.
Hmm.
So see your individual territory for those tagging challenges. Get those things tagged. Don't wait until the last
Hmm.
minute, because things happen. Things happen in our
Right.
lives. Things
Hmm.
happen with technology. So start
Start early.
now. Yeah. Start now. We have
Mhm.
4 weeks left. Woohoo! I
4
can't believe
weeks.
that.
We're already down to
It
4 weeks.
is, yeah, it is like,
Mhm.
whew, just going so fast.
It is.
Yeah. So, and then it was something else that I was thinking of. Oh, make sure that you do your drop off appointments. If you haven't scheduled a drop off
Hmm.
appointment, schedule those drop off appointments.
Yeah.
So, yep. Anything else, Ruthie?
I think that's it.
Okay. I think that's it too.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. I'm going to stop because you know me, I'll be like, oh, well, there's another one. But I think that's everything. So, guys, happy tagging. Any questions, put in the consigner group or in the
Mhm.
comments. Let us know, and we're happy to help.
Yep. All right. See you in the group.